Total Pro Sports presents the 10 Best American Sports Cities. There are 13 American states that feature an MLB, NHL, NBA, and NFL team. There are many cities in the U.S. that hold one of the big four professional sports teams in North America, but only so many stand out from the rest. Seattle, Cleveland, and Cincinnati sports fans, for example, have lived through pain and torture. Sure, there's been the odd victory and celebration over the years, but those teams await to experience long-term historical success. As these 10 American sports cities will tell you, their lives are pretty great, thanks to the success their hometown squads have given them. Here are the 10 best sports cities in America. Number 10, Denver. The days of the Colorado Avalanche dominating the league aren't coming back anytime soon. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem that long ago since they won the Stanley Cup in 2001. The Denver Nuggets haven't left much to be desired, but Carmelo Anthony sure made them exciting for a while. Then there were the Colorado Rockies, who had a Cinderella run to the 2007 World Series before the Boston Red Sox swept them. But it's the Broncos that have made this a big-time sports city. The Broncos were a top dog from 2012 to 2015. They won 4 AFC West titles, 2 AFC championships, and of course Super Bowl 50. Their consistency has made most other American sports cities rather envious. Number 9, Miami. The Miami Marlins were formerly known as the Florida Marlins, where they won the World Series in 1997 and 2003. Besides those celebrations, Miami's MLB team hasn't made the playoffs since their second title. The Dolphins are, well, a laughingstock if we can be honest, but the dominance of the Heat have been enough to put them on our list. They won the NBA championship in 2006, and with the big three in LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, won the East each year from 2011 to 2014, and that, of course, includes winning NBA championships in 2012 and 2014. The Heat were the class of the NBA for 4 years, and their 3 championships since 2006 top all other NBA teams. Number 8, San Francisco. It seems like the good folks of the Bay Area have had a lot to enjoy over the years. The San Francisco 49ers were a dynasty in the 80s and parts of the 90s, but more recently, however, it's been their baseball team that's made life great in San Fran. The Giants have completed a modern-day MLB dynasty. They won the World Series in 2010, 2012, and 2014. 3 titles in a 5-year span in this era is incredible. Now we'll see if they can build off on it, and if the 49ers can be relevant again. Number 7, St. Louis. Well, the Rams are now in Los Angeles, but hey, winning a Super Bowl in the NFC Championship 2 years later is still kind of cool, no? Kurt Warner put St. Louis on the map for many years, but the team unfortunately lost relevance with a decade of being terrible. Luckily for the city, they have the model MLB organization and an elite hockey team. The Blues have been a consistent playoff contender in the 2010s. Meanwhile, 4 NL titles for the Cardinals since 2004, including World Series championships in 2006 and 2011, have made them one of baseball's best squads. Number 6, Detroit. Half of being a Detroit sports fan has been difficult over the years. The Detroit Lions have never won a Super Bowl nor played in one. They either missed the playoffs entirely or failed to win a postseason game once they qualify. As for the Tigers, despite having stars Miguel Cabrera, Justin Verlander, and Victor Martinez, they haven't been able to win a World Series. They won the AL Championship in 2006 and 2012, but lost in both fall classics. Meanwhile, the Red Wings' postseason streak that's lasted 2.5 decades is remarkable, and 4 Stanley Cups since 1997 has made them one elite unit. As for the Detroit Pistons, they were great a decade ago, but at least won a championship in 2004. Number 5, Chicago. Though it's been nearly 2 decades since the Chicago Bulls last won an NBA championship and won 6 championships in the 90s, nobody has forgotten the mark they left on the NBA landscape. Meanwhile, the White Sox and Cubs still have one title between them going back to 1918. Though the Cubs' talented roster does have dynasty written all over it, they still need to win before we move them up any higher. The Bears won the 2006 NFC Championship, but are an annual disappointment. Luckily for the folks of Chicago, their Blackhawks dynasty, which includes 3 titles since 2010, has made them one of the most envious sports cities in America. Things are only looking up in the Windy City. Number 4, New York. We know New York has way more teams than anybody else. Excluding Buffalo sports teams, they have the Rangers and Islanders in the NHL, the NFL's Giants and Jets, the Knicks and Brooklyn Nets in the NBA, and of course the Yankees and Mets in MLB. So the Yankees had that iconic dynasty in the 90s and won it all in 2000 and 2009. plus other AL pennant victories in 2001 and 2003. The Giants won Super Bowls 42 and 46, making them more successful than 90% of NFL squads. The Knicks, Nets, Jets, Isles, and Rangers have had some nice playoff runs, but no titles. Still, New York always features competitive teams and have won titles recently and historically. Number 3, Pittsburgh. The Pirates went through 2 decades of losing seasons. The Penguins nearly moved to Vegas after the 2004-2005 NHL lockout. Pittsburgh, of course, lacks an NBA team. During tough times, their Steelers won Super Bowls 40 and 43, while also winning the AFC Championship in 2010. The Penguins won the Stanley Cup in 2009 and 2016, and the Pirates have been in the playoffs consistently. All is well in the Steel City. Number 2, Los Angeles. The Dodgers have gone nearly 3 decades without a World Series. The Angels last won it all in 2002 when they were based in Anaheim, and not referred to as LA. The Clippers continue to underachieve, and the Rams still have work to do after relocating in 2016 from St. Louis. But thank God for the Lakers, who won 4 titles in the 2000s and 1 in 2010, thanks to the dynasty Kobe Bryant created. Oh, and the Los Angeles Kings of the NHL won the Stanley Cup in 2012 and 2014. And number 1, Boston. We know everyone hates the Patriots and Bruins, but they have to accept how great Boston has been. The Red Sox have 3 World Series wins in the new millennium, 2004, 2007, and 2013. The Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011. The Celtics won the championship in 2008. The Patriots have 4 Super Bowls. That doesn't include the other 2 Super Bowl appearances, the other Stanley Cup final, and other Eastern Conference Championship Boston fans saw that didn't result in titles. Life's good in Boston. All they taste is victory chowder. What sports city do you think will be the best in 10 years? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do so. We upload 7 videos a week. As always, we thank you so much for watching.